Welcome to Tunnel Talk, a no facts, all feelings wrestling podcast on the Social Suplex Network. I'm Allie.
I'm Ann.
And I'm Leah.
And this is Tunnel Talk. I don't know.
Already in a rhythm, already doing great.
And this is Tunnel Talk. And I am Ira Glass. How are you guys doing this week?
Hot.
Tired. Sick.
Dude, have you guys been getting back into it's cold shower season? Have you had some?
Dude, so you guys know this, but I don't think I said said to the listeners that I've started running. And I've been running 3 times a week. It's been fine, except that obviously I can't do it during my lunch break anymore because it's hotter than Satan's asshole.
Hot.
So let me tell you that waking up at 5 a.m. to go for a run and then jumping in a cold shower, when you come out of that combination of situation, you're so awake. Like, I'm on usually it's like by 7 a.m. by then. I am existing on a plane of existence I've never reached before in my life.
I can't even imagine. It's like, what is it? What is it like at 5 a.m.?
Dark.
The people that are out also walking and running, like there is like a collegial smugness. You know what I mean? Like, like
comrades in arms.
Yeah, you like nod to your fellow runners. And we're like, yeah, we're better than those schmucks that are sleeping, and that's pretty great. All of this fades by 9 a.m.
Great.
9 a.m. You want to start dying again. You're like, I can't believe I was awake. I could have, like it all fades, but for a short period of time, you really do feel like you were superior morally, physically, and basically in every way.
Yeah. I have been, for reasons that'll become clear in a minute, I've been extremely physically active the past couple weeks. And what I will say is, so I also have had the experience, because I'm doing my morning gym class. That's not the reason, but I'm doing my morning gym class. And I also have had, like, you go to your morning gym class, you come back, you pick up a little coffee at the coffee shop where they now unfortunately do know my name, and I hate that, but whatever. And then you come and you have your cold shower, and then you drive into the office. By the time I take the cold shower, it is like, wow, I've really done a lot. But also, you know what is really good that people aren't talking about enough? Really wearing yourself out. And you get to the end of the day and you're so sleepy, you're so tired that nothing could keep you up past midnight.
I've had the thought frequently. Like, that's why people tire toddlers out. Yeah. Because then they just go to bed and they aren't trouble. And I need to be treating myself like a toddler much more often.
There was a period of my life where I had like a mantra that I was using for some reason where I kept saying like, be your own mean mommy. Was that in the course of our friendship that I was saying
I
this?
think so. It sounds familiar.
Yeah, but I still think it all the time. Like, I have to be mean mommy right now. But when you tire yourself out in ways that are fun, you don't even have to be mean mommy because the toddler is just asleep by the end of the day. Yeah. And you just tuck her into bed.
Mommy.
Fun mommy, yes.
Fun stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in a hotel this week, and the shower temperature goes from very hot to quite warm. So cold showers haven't really been on offer. It's been a bit of a bummer, yeah, because it's hot out. I know.
Have you been able to use a hotel pool yet?
I have been out there every night after work. Yes. It's very funny though, because like I requested a hotel with a pool. Luckily everyone else is staying here too, so it's like totally fine. I was a little worried that I had like asked for like the nice hotel, but it's normal. But they have like a rooftop pool and it like looks super nice in the pictures, and it's like, and it is very nice. They have really nice like, you know, cushy chairs and like egg chairs in the shade and stuff. The funny thing is that the pool is like raised above the surface of the roof. So like they didn't sink it in, and it's 3 feet deep all the way across. And to get in, you have to like go up steps and then climb down a ladder. So it's kind of like a kiddie pool is how it feels a little bit when you're in there.
That's kind of a wading pool situation.
Yeah. It's a bit odd. Yeah.
That is a strange choice to make.
I know. Yeah. I was like, you couldn't, you know, like put the pool deck kind of at the level of the pool.
I feel like somewhere out there, some architect is just thinking out of nowhere, like, no, I fucking couldn't, because you wouldn't even believe what was going on with the regs on this one.
Yeah, I'm sure that's true.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm sure you did your best.
Yeah, that's how you should be able to use Freedom of Information Act. Like, send me the meeting notes from this. I know that they were juicy.
Yeah, get me the architect's name and contact information, and we'll have a little chat.
Yeah,
He'll love it.
I should be allowed to know that.
Once I'd been in an office environment for enough years, I feel like I did hit a tipping point where now, like, every time I see something, some stupid decision in, you know, like a product that someone's making or an ad campaign, or you're just all over the place. You have the moment where you're like, that's so fucking dumb. And then you just think about all of your comrades in arms who definitely were in meetings being like, this is the stupidest thing that anyone has ever suggested. We cannot do this. They cannot agree to this. And then a day later, they're getting a meeting from, you know, the leadership team being like, we are so excited to move forward with, and it's just like, well, let me fucking kill myself then.
I know. And I'm at a software go live right now, and it's like during the process of like setting everything up, you're like taking your time, you're discussing things, you're being like, you're pushing back if they want to do something stupid. And when you're at go live and they ask for something stupid, you're like, what the fuck do I care? You're like, sure, have it, whatever.
You just go limp. You're like, yeah. I guess. Not my problem anymore.
No.
Well, we're all alive. And that is so important.
It's incredible.
What's making me happy this week? It's my week to be happy. Is that I closed on a house.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
So you might say, like, she's happy she has a house. Definitely, yeah. I'm happy that I have a house. But what I'm really happy about is that I'm not shopping for a house anymore.
Until you start your flipping business.
In no world will mother ever be flipping. mother love live in one house.
But you've been so emotionally stable over the past month.
If anyone listening to this has thought at any point over the past, honestly, two and a half months or something, like, what's going on with Allie? Her personality is so bad. Her personality is so weird. She's a bitch. She's a freak. Anything you've thought.
No one has thought that.
I know, but in my mind they have, because I've left this podcast recording every single week being like another failed attempt from a woman on the edge. You know? So if just in case you've thought anything, it's fine now. I'm going to be okay.
Girl is going to be okay.
So I closed on the house. So my enjoyable physical activity that's tiring me out like a dog is that I'm moving all of my stuff over to the house. Not my furniture. I'm going to hire movers for the furniture, but everything else, pretty much, I'm taking over on my own. For fun, actually, just for fun, because I'm like, let's get this party started. And that's pretty cool. It is pretty fun.
That is good.
Yeah. Are you, like, unpacking stuff, like, starting to put stuff away, or...
Yeah, I've been moving basically stuff where it's like there's existing infrastructure
like
in the home.
Stuff,
yeah. So I've been like taking it over and then like putting it where it's supposed to go. So some stuff is just getting moved to a region where it's like this is where you'll live, but a lot of stuff is like it's going in the cabinets this way. It could change someday, but for now, it's amazing to have taken a bunch of stuff over in a day and then look around and be like, looks like nothing happened. Wow. So it's pretty fun, and I'm pretty excited.
It's very exciting. You're going to get to do so many projects.
Oh my God.
So many activities.
I gave myself a little treat today because, you know, I knew I was going to have to do the schedule in the afternoon, so I was kind of getting myself ready, mentally prepared for that. And I, over my lunch, I took myself to Architectural Antiques in Northeast Minneapolis, which is a architectural salvage, like a really nice architectural salvage place. It's huge. They have everything you could imagine that has ever been in an old home. They have it. And they have just these huge parts of the warehouse where they've just set up bins on bins on bins on bins of every type of old hardware you could imagine, old light covers, old everything. And you can just go through and you can look at it all. You can just look at it and think like, I could have that in my house. What if I wanted to replace all the hinges on all the doors in my house?
Did you take anything home?
No, I didn't buy anything, but I have some projects. This is a huge, you guys are going to be so jealous. This house did come with an old door in the basement that has no window in it, but there's a room for a window, and I thought, I could put a window in it. So I've been watching a lot of This Old House videos about it, and it's like, where's the door going to go? We're working on that. We're working on that. So there will be a place.
I genuinely love this for you.
I know. Well, it's because, Leah, do you remember when you were out here and you went and saw that house with me? And this was a crazy place for them to put it, and I won't do this, even though I am tempted, but I don't think it would be fair to guests. But in that place we went where there was that like charming, weird, tiny little upstairs bathroom.
Yep.
And there was a door with an amber glass window for the bathroom. And it was kind of like, a bathroom shouldn't have a door with the window.
I would respect, like, when you're saying it out loud, it does sound insane. But I would respect if you did it in the exact same way, because it had this effect, you know, in like old, like detective noir, like TV shows, and it'll be like, you'll see like the shadow of like a sexy lady moving like behind like a smoky
kind of
glass
Jessica
or something.
Rabbit
Jessica Rabbit, right? That was the effect, except that you know that they're like brushing their teeth or something.
Yeah.
And you can't see what they're doing. You just see like this outline of them. It was kind of cool, to be honest.
It really delighted me. And I just kept imagining, like, you knock on the door and someone is like, come in, and you come in and they're like in the bathtub, you know? And it's like, that's not. And you're like, what do you mean? I don't know. It was like a total noir thing. It was like, when I go to the bathroom, I do want it to be like, I'm going to a private investigator's office.
And honestly, I think it's kind of useful because like, you can't see through the window what they're actually doing, but you do know someone's in there, which is nice.
Yeah. And you can always put a curtain over. Anyway, I haven't committed to putting a door with an amber glass window on my bathroom, but it's not impossible that it could happen. But I did think there's a sunroom.
This is like the first of 3 conversations that leads to you having a bathroom with an amber glass door.
I know. Anything can happen. But anyway, so I've been watching a lot of This Old House videos about how to replace a window on a door. And it's one of those things, you start watching videos about how to do stuff like this, and at first you just are like, it would be impossible. But by video 3 or 4, you're like, it's crazy, people aren't doing this all the time. I can't. People are going to be not beating down my amber glass window door, asking me to do this for them. It's the easiest thing on earth. So that's my personality that I'm going to be having as a homeowner, which will surprise nobody. I mean, maybe some listeners, but you guys aren't surprised. I know that.
No, but I am looking forward to me being like, so Allie, what are you up to? And you're like, well, I'm trying to think of like...
There's no doors in my house anymore.
Yeah, all of the doors in my house are in the basement in various levels of disarray.
I had one of the things they have at the Architectural Antiques. They have all these old. I have to do some research on how doors work. Honestly, it turns out I don't understand all the mechanisms, but they have a lot of the. It's not the face plates, but it's like the side plates that have the little clicky, whatever. They have really cool, like old, like deco ones, and I was like, God, those would be so fun to install. But if you're doing that on an outer door. You have to do it in one day because the door has to go back on at the end of the day. I'm like telling myself this, even though this project isn't happening and probably never will. It's like, this is a way in which I am being mean mom to myself. I'm like, and we know that's a one-day project, right? With absolutely no flexibility. There's no flexibility on that one. The project must be finished within a day. Absolutely. And you can't leave while you're doing it. You have to stay and do it. And that's not good for someone with ADHD.
Bob Vilo would know better than I would, but is this not also a 2-person job? Doesn't it take 2 people to hang a door, I think?
I could. I have friends.
Yeah. I mean, you can replace the window, but then you gotta say, hey, Josh, come on over and help me hang this door.
Unless I do it on my own.
I think you do need to. I want to say you need 2 people to hang a door.
You're saying that a powerful woman can't do anything she sets her mind to.
I think that one of the it's actually not always that joyful, but let's say one of the great joys of being a single woman is there's a lot of things that people will say it can only safely be done with 2 people, but you say, there's only one of me here. So
and you
let's
can do
fucking go.
Yeah. Those team lift boxes of like furniture. Doesn't always take a team. Sometimes it's one woman dragging.
Sometimes it's one woman dragging. When I got my couch, it was like IKEA delivered the couch and all of the materials are like, there's like a picture of one person doing something, huge X over it, like just all over. And then picture of 2 people, huge thumbs up. Yes, 2 people. And I looked at it and I said, well, wouldn't you like that? I'd like it too. Of course I'd like if there were someone else here to do this with me, but it's my time and it's my life and I'm a single woman and I can do anything. And I did. So.
Yeah.
And
I wish we could cut to Liz Lemon zipping herself up in a treadmill right now.
I know. I was thinking about that too.
Well, every year that I've lived on this earth, 30 Rock has become more Liz Lemon has become more relatable in some ways. But as a single woman who's like, I can do it and then can't. But I do it. Mostly I do it. Mostly I just get it done. Look at how many things I've moved. I mean, you can't see them, but look how many things I've moved all on my own over to this house. And are my knees really fucked up right now? Yeah, really fucked up. I don't even know how, honestly. But every time I take a step down now, there's a moment where it's like, I'm considering giving out. It's talking to me. It's like, hey, Allie, I am considering giving out. It is an absolute searing pain. And I say, don't you quit on me.
Is it kind of fun to be like, is this from moving or is this from gym class?
Yeah, except I skipped gym class this week because I was like, I'm at the gym every single day of moving stuff. So it's like one step where it's like, I'm going to give out. And I say, don't you give out on me. And then it says, Jesus, God, fine. Okay, go down the steps then. But just to be clear, I voted against it. And I say, you don't have a vote. Only my brain has a vote. The body has no votes. And actually, when I was watching wrestling this week, I really felt like I understood them better than ever. Like, they kept doing stuff, and I was like, imagine if my knee were yelling at me like that, but I just had to do another DDT anyway. They're so strong. I could do it too, though. No, I didn't do that.
Wow, that's so interesting, because wrestling is the opposite of you, where it's like body gets the vote, brain doesn't get the vote, so just keep DDTing.
Just keep DDTing, yeah. And I thought, like, I also had the thought where I was like, it's funny, we're always talking about, like, are they selling good, that they're in pain. And then I thought, like, they must be in pain all the time,
Yeah, I know. Well, and some of them have, like, go-to selling move. Like, Orange Cassidy's always clutching his lower back, and I feel like that's a certain amount.
Right, yeah. They're just like, that's easy because, yeah, it does hurt. So,
yeah.
OC and Matt Jackson, both little back boys.
Yeah.
As I love to call them. Okay, so that's what's making me happy and also what's making me tired, physically very tired. I'm going to move some stuff after this recording, probably.
Wow.
Can't get enough. Anything you guys want to report on from your lives, or you want to get down to business with this wrestling stuff?
We got a lot to cover.
Business.
We do have a lot to cover. A lot of intersecting storylines. I'd like to start by saying I really do think TK Reagan this week.
I know. The second we got out of Forbidden Door territory, he was like, and we're back to having fun shows again. We couldn't do it last month.
It was start to finish fucking bangers. I had a blast the whole way through. Yeah. Even the matches.
Yeah.
Even the bang matches.
That was the most tunnel talk thing anyone can say. I had a lot of fun, even the matches.
Even the stupid matches.
Despite the matches, it was a great episode.
I don't know what Forbidden Door does to him. It's also very funny that we had a number of like Collision ads that were like for our wrestlers fighting people from other promotions on Collision, and it was kind of like
there are more visitors from abroad on Collision this week. Actually, I think it's airing today, possibly as we're talking. There's more visitors on that episode of Collision than there was on Forbidden Door. Why?
I don't even mind it, but if I just feel like if that's gonna happen, then just brand it that way. Be like, the door's open all week. You know what I mean? Like, do something like that. People would love that.
I'm picturing like a diner sign that says, come on in, the door's open all week.
That would be so... Okay, imagine it's the diner sign, the door's open all week, you go in, and all the wrestlers are hanging out, and the people from the other promotions are there, and Tekla's throwing a pie in someone's face. Like, that would actually be a really good advertisement.
Yeah. I like it.
Okay, so the door's open all week, but we haven't seen the Collision stuff yet, obviously. Anyway, so we'll go back to Forbidden Door. Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland had their Oink Up Finals match with both men dressing up as Batman villains, I think. Question mark? Do you guys have any insight into this?
I don't know who, but I can confirm that Tony Schiavone said that Swerve was dressed like a Batman villain.
I knew about Bane, obviously. That's in the more the mainstream comic book zeitgeist. Didn't know Swerves, but
I will
motorcycle
say
involved.
That I think that Swerve could have maybe spent a little bit more time sourcing his scythe. It was like elementary school play quality level. It was very clearly cardboard.
And you know what I like to say, like, go to your local Ren Fair. Talk to your local blacksmith.
Find your local blacksmith. Yeah.
Exactly. They would love to. Wouldn't they love to make a scythe for you to carry on TV? I know they would.
Yeah.
Yeah, once they're done making those shower rings for people.
Oh my God, and I own my shower now, so...
Yeah, just find that local blacksmith.
Yeah, well, okay, I think that's a very fair call out. But both Batman villains. Now, I do think that's a little strange. Just, just given,
like surely someone needs to be Batman, right? Like, you can't have the villains fight each other. Except I feel like we're a heel versus heel all over the place lately.
Well, I just don't even understand.
No, I mean, I want to get into that when we talk about the finish to this match.
Okay.
Like the heel versus heel of it.
Okay, we'll do the rest of the setup. So I thought this was a very sexy, gripping match. Lots of bloody kissing pose. They were both absolutely bleeding their brains out. I mean, I hope not literally, but a lot of blood. Ospreay won, and he is going to go to Wembley. Every British child, and then per commentary, and European, South American, North American, everybody's dream.
Everyone dreams of Wembley.
They've all definitely heard of Wembley and they dream of it.
We all yearn and pine for Wembley, certainly. They did have multiple intense, meaningful murmured combos throughout the match. So some kissing pose, bleeding, murmured combos, and then after the finish to the match, Ospreay kind of crouched in front of Swerve and gave him a long talk that was deeply arousing to me. I didn't totally understand in the world of kayfabe what was going on.
I read his lips at one point saying, "I'll always have your back. I'm always here for you." And I was
nice.
Like, that's really nice.
That
I
is
don't
really
know
nice.
what I was supposed to get a Swerve's return face on that, but
yeah, Swerve, it looked, I mean, the interesting thing was I really felt like the match ended with like me being like, Swerve face turn now? Swerve, but I don't know how, but Swerve good guy, which throughout all the stuff with Ospreay, there's been a little bit of like, I think you're kind of being a good friend right now.
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on the finish, Leah, that you wanted to share?
I'm not objecting. I thought it was a great match. I had a really good time. These two men are both very sexy and did very great wrestling. I don't know how much any of this is fully adding up. So Mox showed up and was like, Tiger driver him, Tiger driver him, Tiger driver him.
Yeah.
And Ospreay got him into position and thought about it for a long time. And canonically, the Tiger driver killed Bryan Danielson, which Ospreay said he'd never do again. Then at some point he said, maybe I'd have to if I really needed to. And none of us really understood what that meant towards his character, right?
And didn't he then do it again?
I think he did it again.
Yeah, I think so.
So maybe we've decided it's morally neutral
Kyle
now.
Fletcher, maybe?
Maybe, yeah, that does sound right.
Doesn't that sound right?
If Mox is begging you to do the neck destroyer, is that not like a slightly heelish win? And but is that me overthinking it? And
did he do it?
Yeah, that's how he.
Oh, he did. That is okay. Yeah,
but it's also like, is Mox a heel right now? Because he's really tweener.
That is also a good point. And so I keep trying to be like, well, with my mind, I think that it was a heelish way to win. And if Mox is encouraging him, then maybe we're supposed to believe that Mox is bad. But then you try to put yourself in the shoes of like a wrestling fan, and you're like, would anyone else outside of us like have any memory of there being a moral quandary, and would they read it as like a heelish way to win the match? I don't think so. So I have no idea if we were supposed to read anything out of it.
A lot of the moral quandaries we've raised, we have been the only people to raise them, and everyone else has been like, there was no quandary at all. This was very straightforward, and we're like, it was ethically extremely complex, actually, and we're on an island about it. So I have no idea. I don't know.
And I feel like with the initial Tiger Driver storyline, it was like, oh, it was a heel thing, but then he did just do it and it was fine. Like, he didn't follow through. Like, it didn't pay off very well. So then it's just like, well, Ospreay's kind of bad at continuity.
To me, if you almost had to stop wrestling forever because your neck got destroyed, deciding consciously that you may destroy another man's neck does seem pretty bad. Like, not good.
great textually if he had ever like said anything like, now I really don't think I should use the Tiger Driver, you know, like that.
Because I know the pain of a hurt neck.
Of a neck. I've got my neck tummy aches.
I know. Now that I know that the neck is the tummy of the head or whatever.
Now I understand. I should never have gone back to using it.
Yeah, well, that doesn't seem to be what's happening. Mox, at the end of this match, I guess because Will Ospreay had been like, okay, I will do the Tiger Driver, Mox is on the outside, and he just, I think, crosses himself. Like, he's so thankful that Will Ospreay has won, which was like, oh, whoa, you guys have come a long way. And then the Death Riders came and celebrated with Will Ospreay in the ring, and they're all happy, and they all like him now, even Pac, which is huge.
Pac, yeah.
So brief detour for another couple of Forbidden Door Death Rider matches. Not very plot relevant, but with a few potential talking points. So Mox defeated Bandito. No talking points there. Good job. Shota Umino defeated Pac in clear, sexy defiance of his father, Mox, who abandoned him in Japan. Leah, you really knew a lot about this, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, I did watch like the clip right before it aired, and I was like, right, wow, that's crazy. I forgot that like that's Mox's dear son, but then now he's allied with Gabe Kidd, and he sent Gabe Kidd to beat up Shota and tell him like, you're not a Death Rider and you never will be. That's so hurtful. That's
really mean. And why did he do that? Was he like, he needs to learn to stand on his own 2 feet or something? While you've got these two little guys nursing at your teat back here at AEW. if you know what I mean.
He's only got so many teats. He's got to kick some of the older ones off, you know?
You're right. He had another litter, and he was like, Shota, enough. You've gotten all the milk you shall get from me. Okay, solved that, I guess.
I would love it if Shota Umino grabbed a mic and was like, I can't be your son anymore? What about all the sons you have? What? And Mox says, I'm running out of milk.
The teats have run dry, Shota. While he's actively nursing both Danny Garcia and Yuta, one on each.
And now Will Ospreay, too. It's like, it's just too many. He's got 6 teats, but they're full.
I don't know why Tony Khan won't answer our phone calls.
I know.
I thought you were going to say, I don't know why Tony Khan won't hire a wet nurse. And I agree. Okay. So Mox came out after this match, and he got in the ring with Shota, and they were having kind of a stare down, and you thought, oh, where is this going to go? But that's as far as they got before Tanahashi's music hit, and Tanahashi came out to protect Shota, who's his little baby boy now.
We definitely have called, like, Tanahashi, I feel like his new vibe is that he comes to Forbidden Door as, like, the person, like, who, like, mom, you called mom down to be like, remember when Brody King was like, I called mom and you guys are in trouble now?
I completely forgot, but now I remember, yeah.
And he did it again this year where like his vibe walking down to the ring was like, listen, if you don't back up, I'll do something to your teeth.
You're not gonna, you'll be in trouble is what you'll be. And what I like is that it was effective. You know,
it's like, and he was scattered.
He was walking like a man who had no working knees. I recognize it because I see it in myself every day now. He wasn't walking well, but Mox was just like, oh, when mom's mad, yeah, obviously I'm not going to stick around to deal with that.
That sassy little haircut. I mean.
Oh my God. He's so cute. I love him. I love Tanahashi. If he ever stops coming through the door, I'll kill everyone in this room and then myself.
Yeah. Yep. I want him to show up to a different match every year to be like, settle down. You kids are being too bad.
You kids are being really loud. He's like, do you know what time it is? Everybody would love, that would be a funny bit. If he came out and said, do you know what time it is? Everyone would be like, yeah, do you know what time it is, Tony? Okay. Also at Forbidden Door, MJF and, quote, the only team money could buy. That came from commentary. Someone said, is this the I don't even remember the beginning, but I did think that was quite funny. The only team money could buy. Had their one of three main events cage match with a title shot for Mark Briscoe on the line. I did have a blast during this match. I thought it was very, very fun. What do you guys want to talk about?
Lots of shenanigans.
Lots of
shenanigans.
The orange slices from Willow. That was very fun. Little World Cup tribute.
I loved on Collision, they had like a little promo that was about the guys making the cage, and somebody was like, yes, it's bespoke. And immediately I was like, Allie's going to love to hear this.
Just like I like. Well, I did think a lot about the cage because when we came out and it was a round Coliseum cage, I was like, have we had one of these before? And then I was thinking, like, how do they choose what kind of cage they want? Like, do they have like a cage match planning book, you know, where it's like they pull it off the shelf and they open it up and it's like, these are all the cages available to you. Like, and of course it'll be bespoke. You can ask for certain things to be made just for you, but these are the basic shapes we have. I don't know. I guess it depends on what spots you want to do, but
I don't know. I feel like the vibe of that commercial or that promo was that they've been ordering out of a catalog, but this is the first year that they went to bespoke it. They went to the artisans and had it handmade.
That's the way it should be done. That's the way it should be done. They went to the local blacksmith. Okay, wonderful. So we had our bespoke cage, our bespoke Coliseum cage. What else do we have going on in here? Oh, let's talk about the biggest thing. Let's talk about the very biggest thing.
You mean Andrade?
Yeah, of course I mean Andrade. What do you mean? I was working up to it.
Okay, sorry. I didn't know if you were prompting me.
Oh, no, sorry. The Don Callis family were all wearing matching shirts, and most of them were armless, pretty normal for wrestling. Andrade came out. And he's wearing it's like a short sleeve shirt, but he has a long sleeve dress shirt under it. Is that what was happening?
Yes, it was.
Kind of like a formal Fall Out Boy look. like I did immediately. It was like kind of a Midwest emo thing.
That's like the CIO. It's like a big event at the thing, and he's wearing his dress shirt, but like put the fun corporate T-shirt on over it.
Yeah. He said, I'm a fun boss. I'm not like those other bosses. I'm a fun boss. This was so seductive.
He wrestled in it the whole time. Like, other people took their shirts off. Not Andrade. He's been listening to the girls.
And did it turn out that he had concocted a plot-relevant reason for him to keep his shirt on the whole time? Sure. Because, Leah, you got this one right. You want to explain what went on?
He ended up betraying MJF. MJF ordered him quite rudely to hold somebody so that MJF could get a move done. And Andrade was like, I'm not going to do that. And MJF was so rude about it. So finally, Andrade was like, okay, do your move. And then betrayed him, kicked him in the face. And then while he was down, this was so good. And this is how you could tell he loves us. He ripped the bad shirt off. Then he ripped the long sleeve shirt off, but not to reveal his body, to reveal another shirt.
A third shirt.
A third
and what
shirt.
did it say? It said, like, fuck you.
Fuck Don and fuck MJF, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Absolutely sublime, out of this world.
So he's wearing 3 shirts. Like, the amount of clothing that Andrade is putting on at any given moment now.
To me, it hit the exact same way as that RuPaul clip where she takes off a wig to find she's wearing another wig.
That's right. It was honestly amazing. He must have been so hot.
Yeah.
And you know what else was hot? His clothed body.
Yeah.
Because modest is
His body's
best.
never looked better.
It was incredibly demure, and I've never been so attracted to him.
He's shopping for modest swimsuits.
He's going to the Land's End, yeah.
He's going to Land's End, yeah. Every week he seduces me more, and I don't remember where I put it, presumably in the appropriate place, but we'll come back to him later. That's not the last you've heard of Andrade and his modest looks. What else do we have going on in here?
Big pop.
Oh, yes.
In a duffel bag. Really distressing. He's really committed to being incredibly unsettling.
I love it. And I got our friend Alice was watching with me this week, and I got to explain, such as I could, Leo Rush's gimmick, but I got to explain the part that I love the most, where it's like, and we are told, and I don't know if it's true, we're told that this is his cherished gimmick, that he's harbored a desire of getting to do to this degree for years, and he didn't get to do it, but now he gets to do it, and I think that's so beautiful that he's like, what do I want to be? I want to be a golem. I want to have black goo in my mouth. I want to talk to no one, and I don't know, maybe men to put me in a duffel bag and bring me to a match to scare people.
And when you put it like that, it's like, yeah, of course, the conglomeration. We're like, yeah, we're down for that.
Yeah.
They were so scared, but they were just like, you can use it, though. You can definitely use it. And we'll come back to what else he's been getting up to, too, in his relationship with them again as well. Kevin Knight did he's really one of the great scramblers. Like, he's so good at being like, I'm in a situation and I got to get out of it. I'm going to scramble my ass away. He's better at it than pretty much anyone else, I think. I also wanted to say, the MJF, they did a spot where Mark Briscoe dumped a bunch of tacks onto into the ring, and Darby got tacked, and he did a great face about it. And then MJF didn't want to get tacked, so he got out a broom and he brushed all the tacks away. And I said, a little blue collar cosplay. For the class-based feud. Clean up on aisle 3.
Speaking of Darby and Tex, did you guys see the content from his wedding?
No.
I've seen a bunch of clips.
Yeah, there was stuff where it's just like, I guess at the reception, like his dad shirtless getting like power bombed by Darby in the middle of the reception. His mom
by
also
Darby?
did some, yes.
Wow.
Yep. While Tony Khan looks on in the crowd, you can see him in the background.
Oh, I'm sure Tony was having a blast.
I was just like, wow, that must have been an interesting wedding.
Mm-hmm. To be honest, what floored me the most about what you just said was the reminder that Darby, like all of us, was born of man and has
crazy,
and has
a
parents
dad out there,
still out there to this day. That has startled me, shocked and startled me. Interesting. And if they come to stay with him, do you think he makes them stay in Pug City, or do you think they get to stay in the house?
That's such a good question.
Tent Pug City.
Maybe they get to
outside,
like
Pug City inside.
Sleep in a sleeping bag, but in the house.
Maybe that would be nice of him to let them be inside. Okay, very, very good match. Cut to Dynamite, which opens with a backstage segment filmed immediately after Ospreay's win at Forbidden Door. We're back in the bowels of the venue with Renee Paquette, who's been waiting to interview Ospreay, who comes on screen. He's got Winza still in tow. I don't even think we said this earlier, but Winza came out to chastely celebrate with him after his win. And I think we've said what we need to say about our concerns about an on-screen relationship. That being said, one really funny aspect of him coming out, or of her coming out after that match, the Death Riders were going out a different way, and they were kind of looking back like, oh, he's with his girl, except that Danny Garcia looked like it was the most prepubescent thing I've ever seen. Like, he looked like, I gotta make fun of him for having a girlfriend. Everything Danny's been doing recently, I'm like, I don't get it, but
it's like, I don't know what your relationship is like, but it's fun to see. I liked also when he walked into frame holding Windsor's hand, you couldn't see her for like a minute, so you just saw that he was like holding someone's hand, and I got so excited because I was like, is he holding hands with Mox? Like, I don't know.
Who could it be? No, it was his real wife.
His wife.
But Renee's asking, like, how are you feeling? He starts explaining his state of mind, just like a child living his classic dream of going to Wembley. But the conversation is quickly interrupted by Jon Moxley, and then both Mox and Ospreay's legally wedded lovers depart in deference to the love that calls itself Booty Boot Camp. They said they need a moment together now. And what did they have to say to each other? What did Mox want to say? Or do? Kiss.
It was like, he's proud of it. It was just so sexy. I blacked out, honestly.
To start Dynamite with this, we were really not well. I mean, should have known then it was going to Reagan.
Yeah.
This is very funny. I started looking at the recap to try to remember myself. I didn't read this before. The fact that it says, so Paquette exited and Windsor did as well, as she didn't seem interested in hearing what Moxley had to say.
I think she might have been doing some acting. I couldn't totally tell. It seemed like she maybe was doing some acting that was like, again, a reason that it's like, is Swerve a face in this feud, where she was also kind of being like, this guy again. Well, Will, you're an adult man and they physically healed your neck, so I will leave you to it, but you know my feelings. So I don't know if that's what I was supposed to take from it.
Anyway, sorry. Tell us, Anne.
Oh, yeah. So basically Mox was like, I'm proud of you, kid, kind of was the vibe. I don't think he actually said that. And then Ospreay like asked him, you said a few weeks ago you started to see it with me. What did you mean by that?
Absolutely deranged.
It really hit like when you're in love with your teacher and you're like, you said that like I was like your best student, right? Like, do you think I was like your best student for like years and years? Like, just ever?
Like, specifically, like in what ways am I the best one?
Like, why am I the best?
I didn't totally even understand what you meant by that, but
like, if you just wanted to talk about it more, like, kind of just what you see in me.
That would be so cool.
And this is crazy. Moxley paused. Well, if I could explain that in words, I'd do that for everybody.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? Yeah. Does everybody have it? And you, what?
I don't know. He who defines himself can never know who he really is. Now, you want to be the real thing? You got to live it. This is a scumbag who you want to fuck real bad. This is a dirtbag. You're like, but Daddy, I love him.
You know he's selling you snake oil, but it's such good snake oil.
Yeah.
It comes from only the finest snakes. Yeah. So then what he does, which is so normal. And actually, no, what I will say on a serious note is, Mox delivers this promo, and it was just like, this is a face promo. You are a face in this moment. You're being so sincere, earnest. You're not a grifter in this moment. You're genuinely, I'm like moved by you being like, this is the greatest sport in the world. This business is full of carnies and liars and backstabbers. Those that wear their insecurities on their sleeves. It's like a bucket of crabs. And this part was funny. It's like a bucket of crabs and they all pull each other down. It's up to us to protect this place, to preserve this craft, to be the crab bucket protectors. It's not about this, the title. We want to be of service. And I went to Catholic school and our motto was Serviam. So I was like, I actually know all about that. I said Serviam, of course, alma mater, of course. And then he says they took a vote on it and he gives Ospreay a patch, a Death Riders patch, as if to say, you now are a true rider. I think he says you can ride with us.
Yeah, he said you could ride with me anytime.
And then Pony started playing. Wow. Okay, so he hands that to Ospreay. He says, we don't give these to just anyone. You can do anything you want, and I'm proud of you.
Yeah. I also thought it was so, I don't know if funny is the right word, but, like, people have objected to, like it's like Will Ospreay is like Mox's young boy, and we shouldn't be putting him, like, as the inferior to Mox, who's, like, learning stuff from Mox. But, like, you said you started to see it with me. What do you mean by that? Is like the most like inferior to a superior thing you can say, basically.
Yeah.
It's like, that's what Will Ospreay wants, though. He wants like a dad to tell him he's proud of him.
I think the thing to me is that I'm just like, well, honestly, based on what everybody says anyway, like, Will Ospreay kind of is inferior, like he is younger and he is worse at stuff. And I know that's not, I know everyone mad at Mox again. And I don't think that everything that Mox is doing makes sense. I don't want to say that, but when he's good, he's really, really good. When he's good, he's really, really good. And there's a lot of stuff that he's really, really good at that Ospreay really, really isn't. Yeah. So I don't think any of us, let me get up on my soapbox. I don't think any of us should ever get to a place in our lives where we don't think that we have things to learn from others.
True.
So true.
So everyone write that down in your Tunnel Talk Wisdom notebook. That's a serious one, guys. That's a really serious one. So Mox wanders off, and Ospreay is looking at his patch and kind of stumbling down the hallway, just being like, wow, really got the rub finally. And he looks up, he bumps into Kenny Omega, who's standing there. Kenny says, geez, look at you. You're a bloody mess. Nice patch. Okay, Ken. This is our first Kenny appearance of the night, but not our last.
No, not our last. We can't get away from this guy.
So Kenny is congratulating Will on
winning.
He
says, literally, I'm proud of you. But Ospreay does not want to hear it from Kenny. He liked to hear it from Mox, but he's like, Ken, you're not my dad.
He definitely has a weird relationship with Kenny that evolves over the course of the night, because in this one, he is sort of frosty with Kenny, where he's like, I've opened my heart to you before, and you've hurt me, and I won't be opening it again. It doesn't last.
Then he went away and was like, when you love someone, you can't just turn it off like a tap. The love stays there until the well dries up. And it hasn't dried, Ken. It hasn't dried. I have a wet well. Oh, a wet welly. That's funny. That's a free idea. He must have free idea. How would he use that? I don't know. I'm just putting it out there.
Just put it on a t-shirt. Don't even think about it.
Let's put that in our idea notebook. Wet welly t-shirt. Let's put that in there. Wellies, Wellingtons. Okay, so there's a lot of associative stuff to work with here, so don't worry about that. Anyway, I think it made sense on his part that he was kind of like, I don't want, like, he just seemed like he was kind of like, don't placate me. Like, you've made it very clear that you don't want to have a relationship. But then he was like, you still are my dad, though, actually. And Kenny was like, I'm just looking out for you.
Ospreay also said, just because you've given up on yourself doesn't mean that I've given up on myself, which I thought was a pretty good call out.
I know. Actually, it was kind of like he does need to hear that for sure. And Kenny was kind of like, what the hell? What do you mean? Who's given up? They get interrupted at this juncture by MJF, who cruises on in. And MJF said he doesn't want to interrupt this lover's quarrel. I'm like, they're not lovers. That's one thing I'll say about Kenny and Ospreay. They are not lovers. No. Ospreay has always wanted to be Kenny's best friend, and Kenny is accidentally kind of his dad. But they are not lovers by any measure.
Do you think that Kenny is the perfect representation of that Simpsons meme where it's like, gay? No, I wish. Instead, I have a romantic abnormality so strange it must be hidden from the public at all costs.
Yes. Yeah. Can you make that meme for us this week, please?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so MJF shows up. He's interrupting a lover's quarrel. They're having a little back and forth, the gist of which is just like he's going to have to fight Mark Briscoe, and Kenneth Jerome Omega is like, and if you win, guess who's coming for you? It's me. And, it's just the normal back and forth. And then he leaves, and then Kenny and Ospreay are still talking. And what do I have? This is what the recap says. Kenny is saying this to Ospreay. Look, you're emotional. You're beat up. Get some rest, and I'll see you on Wednesday. This doesn't top what we have. I don't know what that can't be right. You'll always be my friend, and I'll always care. Take care of yourself. And Kenny does great work this week. I'll say that. We're going to get into it. Kenny really showed up to work, and he really did some good work. I will say that when he talks to Will Ospreay about their relationship, he has never once sounded genuous.
No.
Only disingenuous.
No. Especially because it so often happens so close to Mox, where I am just like, you're both the same. You're both the same. Yeah. You're doing the same things to him. Yeah. In fact, you were both standing on opposite sides of the room, and you're going, come here, Will. Come here, Will. Come here, Will. And whoever Will goes to gets to take him home. But Will Ospreay's not going to anybody because he's so confused. He's just going around in a circle. But then he gets closer to Mox because every so often Kenny forgets what he was doing and goes and gets a smoothie. Not today, though. Yep. Not today.
The mental image of Kenny at a Jamba Juice just being like, was I doing something? How did I even get here? And then suddenly you're like, fuck, the dog competition.
Then he comes back and Ospreay's got a Death Rider's patch in his little mouth. And it's like, oh, come on.
Jesus Christ. Get over here, buddy. And
he told Will Ospreay that he loved him in this, I was like, okay, footage not found.
Not found. But the interesting thing about all of this is that our interpretation of events stays on top, I will say, because to me, and I'm like this, the only thing that would have enhanced this would have been just for Will Ospreay to do one little bit of face acting that's like, and just as I thought, if I win the title, this is what I can expect a lot more of. People saying proud of you, people saying love you, people saying I saw a meme and I thought of you.
I knew it. If only I won, I would get friends. Finally.
And that is not a good message.
No.
I mean, as always in wrestling, it's like winning canonically does fix things, or it should, people are, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and it's just like it shouldn't. You should learn that you don't need to win a belt to be a winner. But you can't learn that in wrestling, because people really want you to win the belt. They really want you to have that belt. Okay, so Kenny says something that I thought that's a little disingenuous. Are you going to be evil tonight? Which ultimately he wasn't, but... Oh, and do you want to lead your discussion? Leah had her discussion topic of the dog competition. Do you want to lead your discussion topic?
It was just that Kenny was shirtless, and he's just always got hard little nips.
Rock hard little
pellets.
tic-tac.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I love Kenny Omega so much. He has the worst nipples in the biz.
I know. And you've said it before. And
I'll say it again.
You'll say it again. Yeah.
Poor Kenny. We finally bullied him into showing up to work, and now he's listening. Like, the girls are surely going to be happy. And he's like, I can't do anything about my nipples. I'm sorry.
It's so true. You can't do anything about your nipples, and that's okay. They are okay.
Yeah.
And we don't.
All nipples are valid, Kenny.
Yeah, we don't love you for your nipples at all.
No.
That's definitely not it. He did really good work tonight, and he's going to get a lot of praise. So, no. What?
Okay, cut this if you need to cut this. I just had the thought that it's so good that Kenny doesn't have sons, because if he was feeding people off of those things, they would get hard and long, and that would be a nightmare.
And they're long enough already. I mean... That's why no one's coming for breastfeeding. That's why Mox has got 6 hanging off of him, and Kenny's got none.
People look at those nipples and they're like, it's only going to get worse.
It's not appetizing. Yeah.
Meanwhile, people look at Mox and they say, born to breastfeed. Born to breastfeed.
Yeah.
Born to breastfeed, forced to wrestle.
Okay, t-shirt idea.
But to be clear, you can do both. Canceled.
No,
Canceled.
it's like the t-shirt can be worn by men only. Or the back says women can do both.
Women can, in parentheses, women can do both. Only for men. Women can do both.
Lord, get in touch with us.
I don't know how. You know what? Whatever. Let's just move on. Okay. Great. And then later in the night, and Kenny did win his match versus Zack Sabre Jr., but I think we might have all skipped it.
I technically was in the room while it was on.
Technically was in the room. The best kind of being in the room.
Would you say you're the best technically in the room wrestling fan?
I would say we all are.
Yeah.
Okay, but he won it, so don't worry about that. And then Mox and Ospreay had a tag match versus the Swirl on Dynamite, and they won it. And then the AW.com recap ends with Ospreay was wearing the Death Riders patch on his attire. He's in! I don't know what they're doing over there. I really don't. I liked getting to explain, such as it is an explanation, the Swirl, to our friend Alice, because she's like, who are these guys? And I'm like, yeah, that's Blake. I think I actually called them the Lethal Twist to start and then had to turn around. I was like, that's Blake Christian, and he's Vanilla Baby, and then that's Lee Johnson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, and the gimmick, I don't really know. It's like Blake Christian kind of has this ice cream thing, and then they're black and white, so it's kind of like a twist cone, I think, is what's going on there. And then we were like watching the match, and I was like, and those are the Death Riders, and she's like, the Death Riders, and I was like, oh god, yeah. So the Death Riders are the faces in this match, and the ice cream boys are the heels. Does that make sense? And she was kind of like, no. But she liked the swirl. She liked the ice cream boys.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I
love it if they started calling themselves the ice cream boys.
I know. Well, did I even describe what is actually the case? I mean, I realized
No,
midway
I think
through,
it
I'm
is.
like,
Yeah.
That's right? It's
Yeah.
pretty straightforward. Allie, how could you mess that one up? But I have to say, once we were calling them in that moment, the ice cream boys, I was like, I love those little ice cream boys. And that's the first time I've ever thought that about the swirl. And I thought it was funny to be like, they're just mischievous imps. They're bad little ice cream boys. And I liked that. So I'm fond of them now. Okay, as alluded to a minute ago, Mark Briscoe won his title shot. He cashes it in immediately on Dynamite. This is the first match of the night after our kind of debilitating, emotionally debilitating for us backstage segment in what we were calling the man tunnels. So many men. The boy tunnels.
There were so many men. They were popping out every which way.
2 men back there.
And then once we got into this match, I was like, can we go back down to the tunnels? I need a head count. Who else is down there?
Who was in those tunnels? But instead, we're in this Mark Briscoe match versus MJF, which actually was a pretty fun match, all things considered. It was good wrestling. It was good wrestling. And you know it was because I said that Tony Reaganed.
Yeah.
And imagine the me of last week saying, like, there was a long Mark Briscoe MJF match and it was Reaganing. No, but it was really good.
It was pretty wild.
A lot of blood.
Yeah, called out this really good table break, and it really was really good. And they had like a really good camera angle on it too, so it was like they're jumping towards you and then smash through. Good job.
I easily could have, but I felt like I've never seen that good a table break. It broke in like 3 places. It was completely shattered. The wood broke, but the like plastic perimeter didn't, which somehow made it look even crazier. I thought it was really good. Does one of you want to read this line from commentary, which also got commented on the couch over here? They're really doing hard work on commentary.
Said, I think of Mark Briscoe, he can't afford to be disconsolate right now, which I don't even think I pronounced right, because I don't know if I've ever heard that word said out loud
I also
before.
didn't want to say it out loud because I was nervous about how to say it.
I think it is disconsolate.
Yeah.
But
I think that's how he said it, but like again, it's like literally the first time I've ever heard it and not seen it.
Read it a lot, never said it. It really felt like we're working on our word of a day calendar, which I love and I celebrate. Really good.
And he couldn't afford to.
No, he had to keep fighting and bleeding. And so they did that, and I think that's all that has to be said about any of that.
Yeah, and I did have a moment in the match where, like, I knew, of course, that Mark Briscoe couldn't win, but I did have a moment where I thought, what if he did, though? So that's always a sign of a good match to me.
I did too, and I actually thought, what if he did win, which he can't and he won't. But if he did win, I'd have to like him for it. And that would have been huge, but he did not win. But I did like him at that. I thought he did a good job, so don't worry about it. And I will say this is the best MJF's hair has looked in a long time. And he actually did have curl definition at the end of the match. And it made me think, like, I just think maybe you weren't taking care of your hair plug hair correctly. Like, it was so, like, clearly he got fed up with it and was like, I have to shellac it. And I was like, I think we needed to do a product. I think we needed to try some products because right now it's looking really normal, actually.
Yeah, I didn't even think about his hair, so it must have looked
normal. So after defeating Mark Briscoe, MJF kind of determined that the humiliation had not yet been sufficient, so he pulled the dynamite diamond ring out of his undies, and he punched Mark Briscoe's face with it. And he wanted to keep punching him, but Kenny ran out for the save, and Kenny was fully dressed. Not quite as many layers as Andrade, but looking very neat and professional.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, business casual.
And he chased MJF off, and MJF skedaddled up the ramp, and Kenny hopped on the mic, and he basically was like, fight me tonight, because I said I was coming for you, and I'm coming for you. And MJF said no, he didn't want to do that, and they got into a bit of a back and forth. I don't think anything that consequential was said in here, unless one of you disagrees. And it looks like you don't. Great. But the end result here is that MJF was like, talking about himself in the third person, stealing that a little from Kevin Knight. He said Big Hebrew just had a big idea. I'll wrestle you next week on one condition. Kenny was like, name it. I love conditions. And I love conditioner. Because actually Kenny did look like he had conditioned his curls this week.
He was really trying. Really trying.
It was a pleasure to see. He was a pleasure to have in class. MJF said, you want to make a deal with the devil, all right? This is an exploding offer, Kenneth. I got really excited and was like, exploding barbed wire death match. Exploding barbed wire death match. We're bringing back the classics. Had nothing to do with that. MJF instead was like, same stip as with Hangman. I will fight you again. If you lose next week at Beach Break, you can never challenge for the world title, the men's world title again. And this offer expires tonight. So Kenny is doing, for the first time in a long time, true, genuine face acting about this.
And this was what we were saying last week, where we were like, we get mad at Kenny for not doing it because we know he's capable of it, whereas we never get mad at Mark Briscoe for not doing it because we know he can't. This was like, look, when he tries, he can do it. We knew he had it in him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kenny, why don't you come and ask us what we mean by that? You know, it's like, we would love to heap some praise on you.
And he used his dissociating powers, like, for good, because it was a real perfect look here, where it was like, oh no, I just like left his body.
You could just see that he was just like, I'm actually going to have to think about that, and I'm actually going to have to make some decisions about who I am and who I want to be, because you can't. This is a stasis breaking decision, which is what we really badly need. Really, really badly need. So he's doing some amazing face acting. Let's save the Wembley stuff for later, actually. Okay. So from here, we cruise directly into a backstage segment where Renee is asking MJF for some further details on this offer. MJF sings his own praises for a while, just pretty classic stuff. I don't think anything very noteworthy. He's just being like, I love winning, I'm always winning stuff, and I'm so good at everything, and I kicked out of the One-Winged Angel, and we said, no, you fucking didn't.
That pissed me off. I was like, he shouldn't be allowed to say that.
No. This is one of those funny things where the second it happened, it was like, oh, and now he's going to be saying that forever, and we're going to get mad at it. And it's like, well, I guess, in fairness to you, it is very effective. It is a very effective heel gambit, which you knew it would be, and here we are, and we are mad.
Disgusting.
Sometimes you got to give it to ISIS, And he gets interrupted by Will Ospreay, who comes in just to say, Max, you better be careful. You'll end up breaking your neck sucking yourself off like that. Good point. I have to ask one question.
He looked so pleased with himself, too. He was like, that's a dirty joke that everyone's going to love.
So I'm going to send that to my group chat of my friends. I have to ask one question and one question only. Why the stipulation? Why? And then I think MJF was just like, because I can. And that is in character. I will say that.
Yeah, he did say that. And I feel like Ospreay was like, great answer.
Fair enough.
Like, when I'm the champ, I'll be doing all kinds of things. Don't worry about that.
Oh my God, if you want a title shot, we have to go get milkshakes.
We have to go get milkshakes. Okay.
You have to send me like 2 memes every day for the whole month, and then you can have a title shot.
Nobody would like it, but it would be so funny to watch Will Ospreay having a title reign where he's like, yeah, I actually love giving out title shots. Like, if you're just my friend, if you're fun, if you hang out with me, if we have a little fun together. He's like, you can have a title shot against me if you tag with me first, and we have a sleepover.
There's a couple of us going for a Brazilian barbecue, and if you come, you can have a title shot.
You can have a title shot.
And then he says that all the time. There's never anyone else going to Brazilian barbecue. It's always just Will Ospreay waiting for you alone in the parking lot.
Yeah, and you show up and you're like, where's everybody else? He's like, they had to cancel last minute, but don't worry about it. We're here now.
I'm still going, and I'll still give you that title shot.
I'll still give you that title shot. I like it's like, is the implication here that he can't get others to agree to go to Brazilian barbecue, or is it that like he wants to get deep with you? Like he wants to have some really deep discussions, and he's really not good at it. So you're in there, and he's just kind of like really clumsy. I don't even know how you would clumsily be like, tell me about your childhood trauma. He doesn't know to ask about that, but he's just like, I want us to really know each other. And it's like, what do you mean by that? And he's like, really? No. Yeah. What are they about? I had a dream the other night that I was going to the circus. And they're like, that is not what it means to know another person. But sure, I can tell you what dream I had last night. Ospreay leaves feeling really satisfied. He's like, I heard some really cool dreams. I really know him now.
What's your favorite color? Mine's blue.
He's like, maybe you like blue too? Or
it's a popular one.
Oh, Lord. Okay, so then we transition into a segment in which Tony Schiavone is interviewing Andrade about his, I guess it wasn't really a face turn. He was just mad. He just didn't want to be with the Don Callis family anymore turn. And he didn't say anything interesting, just that he wants to fight MJF and he's done with the Don Callis family.
Yeah, basically.
But he was head to toe covered. I think he was wearing a white coat, like a long white coat.
It's like a heat
for his
wave.
wedding.
It's like the height of summer. He's wearing like 4 layers of a coat.
And honestly, I was so obsessed with this outfit because he was wearing another dress shirt. And he was wearing a dress shirt and a tie. And he was wearing a silver chain, but the chain was on top of the dress collar, but under the tie. Now, who made that decision? Because it was a deliberate decision because you couldn't do that accidentally.
Where was it? It was under...
So he was wearing a dress shirt, and the chain was over the collar, so it was like on top of the shirt, but the tie was over the necklace, so it was between the tie and the shirt.
It's just funny that you said it because I had been sitting here, and to be clear, I love how clothed he is, so it's like he should not change a thing, keep covering up. But I was like, it is kind of funny how covered up he is. Like, it's like something's happening to his body under there that he can't share with us. Like, it's like some kind of transformation that he like
the fly, yeah.
Yeah, but then as I was thinking that, you're saying like, and a funny thing's happening with the silver chain. I say, werewolf.
Oh my God. The chain can't touch his skin.
Can't touch his skin.
Wow. Okay, you nailed it.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know exactly what, but something is cooking in there, and I love it. And I love thinking about it. This is the best Schrodinger's body.
Oh my God.
Ever.
And that's why he had to get out of the Don Callis' family because he can't trust himself in the basement when the full moon's up.
When they make them strip down to get showered, hosed off, he can't do that in front of everybody else. Yeah.
Wow. So it's like he actually is kind of a hero because he's leaving for their safety. That's what they don't know. He's leaving for their safety. Andrade, you are the best man alive.
Yeah. They'll never know. They'll never know about your sacrifice.
No. He's okay. Wow. But the thing that was sweet about this, actually, it's like he's overusing his catchphrase. There's no way around it. He shouldn't be rewarded for it. But at one point, he got teed up. I don't even know if he got teed up for it, actually. I think, like, he could have said it, but it wasn't, like, a clear, like, prompt. But the crowd just started chanting, how you know. And he genuinely did look like, for me, Andrade? Chant my catchphrase, not even prompt. They chant my it looked kind of like he was going to cry in a sweet way. And then he really, you could see him be like, I'll say it for them. I have to say it for them. How you know? And I thought...
It's really...
And he did say it extra moved, too. Like, when he finally said it, he did say it like, how you know?
I know, a tremble in his voice. What were you going to say?
all the time about, like, when Juice got the huge pop when he came back at Y'all In last year, and he looked so thrilled backstage. And also, like, before getting into wrestling, I really didn't know how much human beings enjoy chanting things. But we really do.
We really do. Yeah. It's good to chant. I was like, oh, you shouldn't be rewarded, but I just can't get mad at you right now. I'm glad that you're having this experience. And then he got beaten up by the Don Callis family. And Brian Cage, does anyone want to tell me what he came out looking like wearing?
Looking really cool. Wearing circus pants,
I
think is the only way to describe it. Kind of red checkered clown.
He was the big top.
He was the big top. Yep. And he did a lot of like flexing and peck dancing and looking like a circus freak on top of the pants.
And I know it's because he's really feeling himself since Steven Spielberg sought him out, but it's sort of like, Brian, be so careful because our affection is so fleeting.
God, I'm so excited. I think we have a listener email about Brian Cage in Disclosure Day, but when I looked at the preview of the email early on, the listener very kindly was like spoilers or something, and I was like, I do have to see Disclosure Day first, so I haven't read the email, but I'm so excited. I'm so excited to hear what you have to say about it. So, wow, Brian, I can't wait to see what you did for Mr. Spielberg, and I love that you came out being like, I can get someone else to see it too. Brian is on his way to the top.
This is Brian's year.
This is Brian's year. Okay. So brief intermission at this point. Oh, because we went to a Mercedes promo that we'll get to later. Then Kevin Knight, who has a match to win, as Don Callis had said before the break, fights said match, which is versus Lio Rush. Lio Rush shows up to the match, crawling and grinning, with a backpack. And he pushes the backpack over to Kevin Knight. And Kevin opens the backpack and he pulls out, quote, a black ROH World TV Championship. Does Lio Rush have that championship?
I think so.
I didn't know that. I
thought
even know
I heard
that.
commentary say it. Not that I track those, but I thought commentary said it. And I thought, wow, that gimmick is over enough that he won a belt?
I love it. I love it.
Is there anybody in this promotion that doesn't have a belt at a certain point?
Actually, you know what? That's a really good question, Anne. And I said, so is he in the conglomeration now? Like they're bringing him out in the duffel bag. I don't think we even said this earlier, but they not only did they bring him out to the match in the duffel bag, they carried him away in the duffel bag, I think. They put him right back in duffel prison.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I think he went happily. It's not like, they're not having to broom him in there or anything. He likes it in there, I think.
Yeah. And I think commentary said something where it was like, oh, the conglomeration are trying to help their, fellow civilian in arms, at least. Something like that, where it was like, what?
The relationship that they have with Lio Rush is not... I actually think it might be one of their more interesting beats of late, where I'm just like, there is a lot there. You were very scared of him, but you are embracing his utility? Question mark. I do want to say something about Lio Rush. I love this gimmick. Lio Rush comes out for this match. He came out this way for the Forbidden Door match too. They've got to be Pride panties. They're rainbow panties. And Lio Rush did the Pride umbrella spot with the conglomeration. And I said, Lio Rush, I do not know if you are of the community in some way. I do not know if you are just our greatest ally. But thank you. I really do I love all your Pride gear this year. Thank you so much.
And I'd like to issue a formal apology for calling him a gay panic demon. That was uncalled for. I didn't know your style, and I apologize.
Leah, that's very big of you, and that's the thing about us. We'll always apologize.
We'll always apologize.
We don't know anything,
Isn't it
but
weird when you remember his crypto gimmick, and it just doesn't feel like the same person at all.
No.
But it's like I kind of loved that. I mean, that didn't make any sense, so don't bring that back. But it had its charms. But this is just, it's like you come out in your Pride panties. You have an absolute banger of a match that I loved, despite knowing the whole way through that it would have zero plot relevance for anything.
Yeah.
I just really enjoyed it. I just had a really good time.
I was like, I can't emphasize enough how crazy this is. I enjoyed a straight up match.
I just liked the match. That's it. That's the whole thing. And I guess you're in the conglomeration now because you have a backpack. And I love the mental image of Orange Cassidy handing him a backpack and saying, a backpack can never hurt you. That's a safe space. A backpack is a safe space. And Lio Rush tries to crawl inside it. And OC says, no, the belt. Anything you want, but maybe the belt.
Yeah, we'll get you a duffel bag. You can call it the duffel bag.
Just a bigger bag. Just bag-based.
Do you think It's just that Leo Rush stood too near the conglomeration and OC's psychic powers affected him. So now they're all just like, well, this is all our friend too.
I think that's right, because actually his psychic powers must not only make you be like, I love being OC's friend, it does make you be like, I love all of these people. Yeah. Everyone near him, I love.
Yeah. I love friendship.
I love friendship.
Friendship, yep.
That's really funny. That's really good. That's really funny. Okay,
just
that's right.
Warm feelings of friendship shooting through you.
Oh, they're having fun. Okay, so what happens here? Kevin wins the match. Don Callis joins him in the ring. They're celebrating. Darby Allin's music hits. Darby comes out with a skateboard, I think, maybe not, to be like, I have to fight you for your TNT championship, Kevin. And if you don't say yes, what happened at Forbidden Door will just keep happening. I'll just keep showing up to annoy and menace you and beg for death and try to kill you. And it's in your best interest to just give in. And Kevin looks quite disconcerted by this, which is funny. And he clearly is going to be like, okay, yeah, okay, we can just have a match. But Don Callis snatches the mic away and is like, you don't respond to the offers. Your manager responds to the offers. What did I say? We never respond to an email. We forward it to Don. And no, certainly not. You will never be having a match with Kevin, Darby. So goodbye. And Darby honestly looked pretty happy. Like, he just looked kind of like, great, that's even better for me. Like,
great, I'll just spend the rest of my life tormenting you.
I know, he's kind of like, the match thing, like, that was a dead end. This is a hallway that goes on forever. Kevin, sweet and stupid, looked relieved somehow. Like, he looked like he'd gotten out of something. It's like, no, this is worse for you for sure. It's definitely worse for you.
Really was very funny, like berating Darby too. Like, he said, you shouldn't be walking around with normal people, which is really a great line.
It's really, really good. I mean, he's kind of the GOAT, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know why in the middle of this I had this thought, but I will say it, but I truly don't know why this is the moment when I was just watching Darby and being like, he's going to be pursuing Kevin and torturing him for a long time. And then I thought, I'd love to watch Dead Like Me, but it's starring Darby Allin. I would love to watch Darby Allin die, as he so desires, and become a Grim Reaper. And I just think he would just be like, great, rad. This rocks.
That's like a life goal.
It would be so good, especially if like Sting was playing the Mandy Patinkin role.
Absolutely. For you to say to me, like, Mandy Patinkin and Sting kind of have similar energy, you cracked my brain open. Like, it just was just like, yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. You know what I think? I think is that if Sting had been hired by Criminal Minds, he also would have been like, I can't stomach it. I can't do it anymore, and had to leave the show within 2 seasons. So I think they're actually twins. So make that show. God, who am I thinking of? Who's that? Brian Fuller? Brian Fuller is the...
I actually have no idea.
It's Pushing Daisies. It's the same guy. Pushing Daisies, Hannibal, Brian Fuller.
Yeah.
Gotta be.
Must be.
Gotta be. All right. Speedball also was in the audience watching at the end of this. What do you think's going on there? Any thoughts?
I don't know. His face was unreadable because it wasn't like they were furious at Kevin or like seeking revenge. They were just watching. And so then I got kind of excited because I was like, well, if he's like, this isn't fun without you, I'll just join the Don Callis family too. That would be kind of fun.
I would love that.
Shows up with his sleeping bag at the door, knocks on it. Don, can I sleep in the basement?
And frankly, I would love if he's just like, I don't even like what you're doing here, but you know what? I also don't like the apps. I don't like being single and I don't like being on the apps. So I'm going to need a private bedroom with my husband and I'll be staying here now.
He went out to Brazilian barbecue with Will Ospreay one time. He was like, I can't do it.
I can't do it. That's right. He's like, I refuse to describe my dreams to anyone but Kevin. Okay. I think this is the final. No, it's not at all the final segment. Jesus Christ. We're an hour in. We're still in the mega topic. Okay. Kenny Kenny. Okay, yet another backstage segment. Intrepid girl reporter Renee Paquette has gone to the Elite dressing room. She's knocked on the door, and she wants to take Kenny's temp about MJF's offer. Is he going to accept it or not? The door's answered by Brandon Cutler, and within she finds not merely one Elite, but 3 Elites. She finds Kenny and both Young Bucks locked in a tense discussion about what Kenny should do. What went on in here?
I'll say the Young Bucks never looked more like Kenny's parents in this moment. The 3 of them were standing there trying to really rationally discuss where Kenny should go to college next month, and Matt and Nick were trying not to argue in front of their son, but
and it's like Kenny said that he wants to go to clown college, and Matt is just like, and that's what won't be happening. No, my son is going to be going to an accredited university, and Nick is like, if he wants to go to clown college, then I think it's best that he does the thing that he wants to do. But they're not going to argue in front of him. So it's kind of like, but what we both want is just what's best for you, Kenny.
I also love that Nick at one point was like, it's a gamble. Sometimes you just got to take a gamble, like me, a gambler. And I was like, Nick, I don't think this is a winning argument because I think you canonically lose a lot.
It was a really funny classic locker room segment with the Elite. It really did make me feel quite nostalgic, and everyone was doing the thing you're there to see. It's like they're being funny, and then Kenny is being like clearly it's just like, I'm really stressed out. Everybody, I think he cut them off and he goes, I don't mean to be rude or something. He's like, I don't mean to be rude, but and then he has this whole speech that he gives. He says, if I can't challenge ever again, what's there left for me? And what's Max getting out of this? And when I really think back to my first reign as champion, I needed help. I needed to go to a dark place to get the job done. And I didn't like the man looking back at me in the mirror. I'll say I loved that man. So I would not mind if he came back, honestly. But this is my chance to make it right. And if I'm going to do that, I want to do it on my own. So if I take this match, as much as I love you guys, it's win or lose alone. And I thought, Kenny, you're really asking some good questions in here, and you're saying some things that are good characterization. For you to say, if I can't challenge ever again, what's there left for me? That is a sad thought, but it is a good thought to engage with. What is your relationship to this sport we love right now?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Especially when Kenny has seemed very checked out, very depressed, very aimless. So it is get that fire back. Find some purpose.
You're asking all the right questions, and I thought he played it right too. He just seemed very together. It felt like he was kind of being for the first time in a long time, I'm thinking clearly. And unfortunately, thinking clearly means you have to think. So please let Papa Kenny use his brain.
Do you think Kenny somewhere is like, I told you that fighting ZSJ would fix everything. You guys made fun of me, but I fought him, I won, and now everything's falling into place.
Honestly, the kind of a great Kenny characterization would be that he's always being I should do this, and it's why, and he can't explain it, but it does work. And he's just it's just like I said, I just knew it would work, and it's just in that way he's an emotional savant. Something that's never been said about Kenny Omega before.
Very out of touch with his emotion. He can't articulate why, but very in touch. It's correct.
Yeah, he knows the physical solution. Okay.
Also, I do just keep thinking of the image the joke you made where it was just Kenny with one earbud and Andrade with the other, listening to Tunnel Talk, getting the best advice they're ever going to get, and being the girls are telling me I got to put on clothes and I got to wake up.
No, I was imagining them just both frowning and scowling, just they're being such fucking meanies. But then down the hall a little bit, you hear John Moxley is being give me another 10 on Yuta's head, and they're shut up, I'm listening. Okay. So Kenny's doing some good acting. The Young Bucks did some great acting of concerned parents, but everybody wants what's best for you, Kenny. That's all anybody here wants, is what's best for you.
Yes.
And I love the Young Bucks matching baby blue tank tops.
So cute. They both look so cute. And so we get to a long final Dynamite segment in which Kenny is preparing to go out to the ring to answer MJF. He's briefly waylaid on the way by a worried Will Ospreay. who has decided that actually he can't cut his dad out of his life, and he does have to come be nice to his dad. And what does Will Ospreay have to say?
He's like, bruv, I'm really worried. Like, you can't do this.
And this is the point that I was like, the energy of this promo was so opposite to the one of the initial one between them, where they were just sort of like, in the first one, he was like, you're not my real dad. And this one, he was like, but I've always loved you, and I've always wanted the best for you. And I was like, what is happening here?
I kind of think it makes sense if you think of it in like a space opera sense. Like it's like there's space cadets. I mean, whatever, high level space cadets. And Kenny is like, I'm going to go on a suicide mission. And Will's like, I don't fucking care. I hope you do die out there because you've been a real jag to me. So I don't know what you want me to say. But then they're in the, what do you call it? Where all the little darts are, they're in the hangar. They're in the hangar bay, and Kenny's about to climb into his little pilot ship, and he's going to go out there and die. And Will's like, he's going to die for real. When you die in space, you die in real life. And then he had to go be like, I do actually love you. I don't think you should kill it. Please try not to die. Kenny's like, that's all I wanted to hear. Please try not to die. And they're in space. So, and you might say, this could have happened anywhere. This did not have to be a space opera.
It had to be.
For me, it did. Okay, so he does want to wrestle him at Wembley, but is this a good idea, he says. And and Kenny's like, do you think I can't do it? And Will's like, I believe in you, but I don't know if you believe in yourself. And Kenny's like, I gotta get out there. This could be my last shot.
He says he's standing on right now is his death ground. Good stuff.
Oh my God. I just hope I have your support. Ospreay said, you always have. I don't know. I know he was just saying it made sense, and I'm like, in a micro, like it does it makes sense if you make it make sense, but if you add all the pieces together, does it make sense? I don't know. I haven't done that.
In the Cloud stories, Will has always been there for Kenny, so.
That's true. So Kenny gets in the ring, and Kenny cuts what I am going to call a really good promo. I really enjoyed this. I thought he did a really good job. And he touched on kind of the stuff he had to touch on. He's saying, I've been wrestling for a long time. He did say
he'd been wrestling for 30 years, and I guess he said more than half my life, but I just heard half my life, and I was like, Kenny, how much have you aged in the last few months? It's like, I don't think you're 60.
Kenny's actually in a Tuck Everlasting situation, but he just forgot for a second he's supposed to be concealing it, It does say some stuff that I'm just like, I don't know, footage not found, where he's like, whenever I come out here, I give you 110% or something, where it was like, maybe when you wrestle, but the rest of the time, I would not say definitely.
It's probably like a 60.
Yeah, the number varies quite a bit. But he says, he's like, have I done enough? And he says, if I can believe in me, and if Will can believe in me, and if the Young Bucks can believe, and if all these people can believe that I have enough left in the tank for one more time, if everyone can just say, I do believe in fairies. I do. And that's what I was saying out loud on my couch. I said, I do believe in Kenny. I do. And he said, I could do it just one more time. I could be a champion everyone could be proud of, and you all love me so.
And win just one for the Gipper.
What did you guys say that Mike said about Kenny recently?
Yeah, our friend Mike said that Kenny was on commentary in the style of a sad old Boy Scout. And I can't stop thinking about it. It's right. In his little shorts, I
love him so much. I love him. Anyway. And it basically, he just gets to the point where he's just like, you know what? Yes, I do. I believe in Kenny. Kenny believe in Kenny, and Kenny is going to try. And I said, Kenny, and you have backed your words up with actions because I have seen you trying all night.
Yeah, over and over.
He was in 4 different segments.
I so proud, Kenny. I'm so proud. At one point, he came out for like the segment before this, I think, and Alice on the couch goes, "We can't get rid of this guy tonight."
It's like that's the first time anyone's ever said that about Kenny, at least in the last 4 years.
I lost it when Alice was like, I actually don't think I've ever seen Kenny Omega before tonight. And immediately Anne responded and was like, weirdly, me neither.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen him on television.
But he really did it tonight. I'm like, all things considered, obviously, I think you could have told a more coherent story if you had tried any of this in the weeks leading up. Yeah. Yes, absolutely, I do. But do I think that he did a really good job this week? I do. I really do.
It's like the best time to have started the story was 2 months ago, but the second best time is now,
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so, and you pointed this out, like, it really is a joy to have a plot through line in the show.
Yeah.
Just to have something you're following through the show, which actually the Elite are kind of like the only ones who do that for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think like MJF has done it once in a while to hand it to.
Oh, has he? Yep. Very well. Another one for Isis. Point on the board.
Yeah, but it is nice just when you have a little through line and you just check in on it with a couple minute segments every so often.
It's so satisfying. And so that match is supposed to happen at Beach Break. Everyone did think, and Kenny, of course, was implying and thinks that he's said over the past few weeks that this big match might happen at Redemption. Now it's scheduled for Beach Break. Do you guys think it's actually going to happen at Beach Break? Or do you think something will cause it to be deferred or repeated at Redemption? Or
probably repeated, but I feel very like I have no idea what's going to happen. Yeah. I was very surprised that they said it for TV next week instead of at Redemption. I was like, oh, what are we doing here? But I trust you.
I immediately thought ticket numbers down for Beach Break, and then I thought, I don't think anyone cares about the ticket numbers for Beach Break. So. But what do I know? And
maybe
how
all
could
the network executives are going to be there or something. I don't know. Haven't been following.
All right. Well, I think we better set this aside because it seems to have taken up the entire episode. And let's move on to I thought a pretty good week for the women.
Yeah.
It was a good week. Thank you, Mercedes, for coming back.
I know.
You fixed everything.
Yeah. Thank you. And you shouldn't have had to fix everything. It sucks when you get back to work and it's just like, oh, you guys just let this shit fall the fuck apart.
Just didn't do anything while I was gone. Cool.
You're just so good at it. So first, Mercedes and Athena tagged versus Maya World and Hyen on the Collision before Forbidden Door, and they won. And I didn't get to see that, but Leah, I think you saw it. Was it fun?
Yeah, it was very fun. It was like Mercedes and Athena were doing very good, like partners in crime, emphasis on crime. You know what I mean? Like they were doing really good, and they're getting better at like communicating with each other too, where they're like, elbowing each other and being like, go do that crime. Like it's just very
love
good.
that.
Yeah. Yeah,
okay. I'm gonna try and go back and watch that then because that sounds really fun. And then Mercedes fought My World in the Oink Up finals at Forbidden Door and won again. This match I did see and I really thought it slapped. Yeah. It was so fun.
It was really great.
It was crazy. I was having to pack for this work trip so I had like Forbidden Door on, but I was kind of in and out of the room and I was like in the bathroom packing up some stuff and the crowd got so loud that I was like, wait, what is happening out here? And it was like, oh, everyone suddenly thinks Maya might win this and they are like losing it, which was very fun.
Yeah.
They really sold it. Yeah.
I really enjoy that, like, she had this opportunity and she just, like, went for it. Like, she really wrestled her little heart out.
Yeah.
I loved it. I just love her now. I really hope that Tony doesn't forget about her now because I really loved her.
And you said, Leah, in your notes, you said, too, that you were like, I think that Mercedes and Athena did a really good job of highlighting her while still being, like, genuine bad girl heels, which is totally true. Like, it just felt, that, and that's something it's like, can be funny how hard it sometimes is to do in wrestling. To be like, I'm a bad guy, but I'm also, like, helping my opponent. And I did think they both have killed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think Mercedes is really, really good, like, in ring at making her opponent look good, like the same way, like, the Young Bucks are and stuff, which is very cool. Yeah.
And she had some great faces, too. They weren't even that hammy, honestly. She had some great faces where she just was like, this is not going well. And I am really not sure how it's going to end up, went a lot she did a good job in a way that like really sold it.
Also, Lyric said something, and I don't know. I only saw it on Lyric's Twitter, so I don't know that much about Mercedes. But Lyric was saying that Mercedes, when she was young, got a bunch of pay-per-view moments when she was really young and like didn't necessarily quote unquote deserve it, but that was a big part of like how good she got very quickly, and now she's making sure Maya World's getting the same kind of opportunities. That rules.
That's gonna make me cry.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Wow. See, Mox, it's not all crabs dragging each other down. Sometimes crabs drag each other up. Think about that.
See, Mox, people is sometimes kind.
People is sometimes kind. And then there was a post-match interview on the pay-per-view, which is quite rare, actually, with Renee and Athena, where Athena, basically cut a promo about, like, just again being like, I'm her mentor, and like it was a heel promo about like mentorship, and she was kind of calling her out and being like, I'm always going to beat you or whatever, but which she didn't, but yeah, you know what I mean.
No, but that's why it ruled. I love when heels are like, and that's why you'll never win. And it's like, you lost.
You lost, dude. You lost. She called it a fluke victory. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
And yeah, so I thought that was great. Mercedes then got a follow-up promo on Dynamite in which she was like standing in front of, I think, were they in San Diego or did I completely
it's definitely California.
Yeah, so I think they were in front of the ocean, but she was standing in front of a harbor, and she was wearing this like bright yellow, like neon yellow little getup, and she had body glitter. These the whole look was just like, it was like kind of like 90s Disney Channel mermaid, you know what I mean? Where they didn't have a huge budget for mermaid, but it was like perfect. It was the perfect outfit. I just immediately was like, I'm so fucking obsessed with you.
I love it when they go outside somewhere. It's like that one with
Will Hobbs.
With the fur and standing
was
in front of the ocean in Cleveland
Something
in the
about
winter.
a harbor promo.
Man, it's the best.
And she was this was a classic little promo. I don't think there was anything new in here. She was just saying, I am the conversation, and I'm going to get this AEW World title at All In London. And so I know this has to be right, but so she's going to fight whoever has the Women's World Championship at Wembley. So speaking of the Women's World Championship, Tekla was fighting Starlight Kid with that championship on the line at Forbidden Door, with President of Stardom Taro Okada ringside. The faces that I see, the faces I saw there, and the faces I see now speak on it.
I loved it. I hope Stardom President Okada comes back, because he was cracking me up ringside. He had this ineffable Tony Schiavone-ness. When Tony Schiavone is just getting the most bullied he's ever been bullied?
Yeah,
that was Okada. And there was just like this point where someone on commentary was like, Okada's desperate for someone to help him escape this nightmare. And then when she won and attacked him again, and his face was just like so resigned, where he's just like, nothing will ever be good. I'll always be suffering.
I know.
When they showed the clips, like when she went out to Stardom too, and like menaced him from behind, and he got that look on his face, like, I know there's something horrible behind me. It was just so funny.
What is so funny too to think about, like, it was your choice to come out here for this match, but then you put yourself in his shoes, and he's like, she'll find me. She'll find me wherever I am. So it doesn't really matter if I like fly to where she is or stay where I am. Like, she'll come get me. I know that.
Every night she's crawling out from under his bed.
She's his personal paralysis demon.
Oh my God. I loved this match. I had a total fucking blast with this match.
Yeah,
in the middle of it, commentary said that Tekla has hypermobility, which I did not know. And actually, immediately I was like, I've got to look into that some more, because I feel like I did not understand how that works a little bit.
No, that seems like a dangerous thing to have if you're a wrestler, but...
Yeah.
I know, because I think it's bad for you and your joints. Like...
I know.
Oh, yeah, it's real bad for you, yeah.
That's what I was thinking, too. But I'm interested. I'll join her medical Patreon, and I'll report back, obviously. So, Tekla won, and then she was joined in the ring by Sky Blue and Julia Hart, who handed her a pair of scissors with which to cruelly and barbarically cut Starlight Kid's mask off. And she spat into the mask, and then she launched herself out of the ring, and she shoved the spitty, disrespectful mask in Taro Okada's face to completion. And he looked like, he just looked so...
just so degraded. He was just like, this is what I deserve, I guess.
It was like, not that he didn't look like, don't do that, because he did a little bit, but also he was just like, and I'll never escape this. And I hired her, and look what happened. And
I brought her into my life, and this is what my life is now.
Come to Forbidden Door, they said. Partner with AEW, they said.
You say, you fired her from Japan. She can't do anything. Well, she can.
One time when I was in grad school, I got so wasted, and I was really mad at a man in my grad school class for something that had happened in a workshop, and wasted. I'm like ranting to my roommate, and I said, sometimes a man does something and he never can recover from it. And that's how I'm imagining life is for Taro Okada, but he says it's sad to himself. Like, sometimes a man does something and he never can recover from it. Oh. Anyway, and so then she's shoving him. It's undignified, and then she gets her exit lighting, which is just this like red haze everywhere, and she's sashaying up the ramp, and she's really pleased with herself, and she should be, because she is my dirtbag queen. I said she's Kim Kelly.
Yes,
I think she kind of is.
This vibe is working so well for her. I'm really dying for it.
I just love it. I just love it.
Just the glee in her voice when she talks, when she's like, I'll kill all of you. And it's just like, and you'll enjoy it, I can tell.
Yeah. What was that? From her Collision promo, she had that line, you all built the Forbidden Door, and now you're going to watch it burn. And it's just like, when a woman just wants to set things on fire, sign me up. Hello. So this is all great. Finally, Dynamite main event was the women's 6-way tournament. I don't know what this tournament was called, but it was the final.
Survival of the fittest?
Oh, yes, the survival of the fittest match itself. That old chestnut. And the structure of the match, which, Anne, I think you pointed out, you're like, I don't know if we've done this before, and I have no memory of having done it before.
Yeah, I can't remember ever having one where it's like everyone gets eliminated by pin, like one by one, because they pinned Harley pretty early on. I was like, oh, the match is over.
Too.
But it was not over.
It was not over because pinning one by one.
Format. I liked it.
And I thought this was a fun match. They did a lot of little like beats in there. You know, they had this like Harley and Persephone like had kind of an immediate alliance, and it was a real like, are we best friends vibe? And then within minutes, Persephone was like, I pinned you. Get the fuck out of here. And it was like, that's what I like to see. Anything else you want to call out specifically?
Sheeta was really fun. Love heel Sheeta.
Heel Sheeta rocks. I didn't think that I had any kind of skin in the game in terms of like who I wanted to be the TBS champ. And then we got, I don't know, like a quarter of the way into the match, and suddenly I was like, I need Sheeta to win. I want Sheeta to win. I need Sheeta to win. It must have been further into the match, because I think it was after there had been some eliminations, and I was like, oh, this is Sheeta and Chris were kind of getting into their dynamics. And I was like, I really want heel Sheeta to be the champ. And she is.
She is, and that rules. But do you guys think it's crazy that all of the women's belts are currently being held by heels?
I don't know, because now I can't remember what is normally happening. Like, is it usually a good mix, even with the men?
So. Yeah, I mean, it's not usual that they're all one or the other, but
I think it's because women are inherently evil because they ate of the apple.
You know? I think that's what Tony's trying to convey. Yeah.
Yeah. He said they're more easily deceived, you know?
Oh, Tony. Here we are at Bible study AEW. So much to learn. All right. So I thought everything that happened this week for the women was really good. What is this new tournament? I think I missed this.
I didn't hear them talk about it on the show. When I was putting the cards together, I just saw it. I don't know when it's happening, but there's going to be a casino gauntlet, and they're having a tournament for the number one spot, which, as we've frequently discussed, number one spot is exactly as good as the number two spot. So,
sure. Let's do dogs, and then we'll see if we haven't. I don't think we're gonna have any time really, but Chris and Christian fought the dogs at Forbidden Door, and they were kind of on track to lose. David Finlay had taken out Christian with his shillelagh, and then he was going to shillelagh Cope, but the lights went out, and we had the Bang Bang Gang showed up in their blue rotating blue light, and it was like, oh shit. And then when the lights came back on, Jay White was standing in the ring behind a stink-faced David Finlay, who did look like he was just like, no, it can't. I know it is, but no, it can't be. It cannot be.
I didn't think this could happen to me.
And but it was happening to him, and so he got beat up by Jay White, and it turned out Cope gave Jay White a big cheerful hug like he'd been expecting him. Christian immediately initiated an argument. I said, this is gay love. This is one man happy, like, so good to see you. The other, like, I've got a bone to pick. And we got a follow-up from two angles on Dynamite. So first we had a backstage interview with Cope and Christian that kind of further clarified that Cage was like, why was Jay White there? Why did that happen? And Cope was like, well, Jay White owed me a favor. I said, I didn't know you knew Jay White. So I'll say that. But he owed me a favor, and now we're even. And Christian was like, well, I actually had beef with him before he went home and he just got free money for a year. And I still have beef with him. And then he left. And Cope said, goodbye? And it was like, you're going to the same house. You know, it's like, you don't have to pretend with us. What did you guys think? Do you remember, first of all, Christian's Jay White beef?
No.
No, cool. And did you know that Cope knew Jay White?
No.
Cool. Good. So those are things that we don't know anything about, and we can only hope to learn in time. We also on Dynamite got an in-ring promo from Jay White with the whole Bang Bang Gang present. Now, they did a lot of stuff in this promo. I want to debut this idea. I'd love to get some support. I think I will get. The Bang Bang Gang and Jay White, when they're all out there now and the stuff they were up to, I said, that's the Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's literally the Backstreet Boys.
You look at their entrance, and it's absolutely like a boy band entrance. I love their entrance. Like, absolutely. I'm obsessed with it. Every week I should be seeing it, is my firm belief. It's
Millennium. Jay White was just in the tracks, the tracksuit thing. Like, it was just like, okay, so you guys are about to do a choreographed dance. I can't wait to see it. I cannot wait to see it. You're going to be really good at it.
You got to be loose. You got to be wearing clothes you can dance in.
Exactly. And I'll be thinking about that every time I see them from now on. What did Jay White have to say to us all? What did he do? He got into a little backstory, I will say. He immediately clarified, like, I know David Finlay. We have history.
Which I love, because the moment a man is like, let me tell you about my relationship with this other man, I'm seated. I'm listening.
Of course. Like, that's an important thing to learn. Now, were you guys coming in? I actually was a little bit, just because of our friend Mary Ixura, who I guess now I'm realizing had seen Forbidden Door and knew this had happened. And that's why she was kind of bringing back some old content of them that I saw and was like, oh, interesting. Mm-hmm. What do you guys know, if anything, about their relationship from beyond the show?
Very little.
Very little.
Yeah. Like only that he betrayed Jay White in some big way, but that's it.
I think they're shoot besties, I think. Isn't that sweet? But they're kayfabe mad at each other.
Yeah, because they said he said in his promo that they'd signed up for the dojo at the same time, right?
Yeah, dojo buddies. He got into a little of this betrayal backstory. He called David Finlay a Nepo baby bitch boy, and the crowd loved chanting Nepo baby. I loved hearing it.
Then Jay White was basically like, okay, well, now you're just chanting Nepo baby at me, and I'm not the Nepo baby. Like, save it for him.
He said save it for him. And he was kind of being like, we're both at AEW now, so I think we're going to be getting into it. And that's kind of the gist of it. You know, I kept thinking it was going to get interrupted, but David Finlay was off licking his dog wounds. And so they just had a big...
Dem conks, you know.
Mouth too full of peanut butter.
Peanut butter everywhere.
How are you guys feeling about Jay White's return?
I'm delighted. I loved his energy already. I felt like he was more alive than he was at the end when he left.
Yeah, absolutely. It seemed like it was like he needed his friend to come to school here, kind of, because I've never been that high. I've always been like, I really want to like Jay White, and I don't have that many feelings about him. And I honestly fucking went crazy for him on Dynamite. I was like, I love Jay White. I'm obsessed with this. This is so funny. He genuinely does look like, I love my boys, the Bang Bang Gang. And you're so excited to be here with your frenemy. And I can't wait to watch you fight the dogs. And then it was going even further where I was like, man, I love the dogs. And I love the dogs. And I love Jay White.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they got me. They got me. They got my ass.
Wow. Yeah, see, Jay White is to me what Clark Connors is to Leah. So,
yeah,
but
beautiful.
I did think he was more engaging this time. And his face didn't look so much like a mean magician who's mean to his assistant as it usually does. So I like that.
It looked a little more just like a kind of a cranky magician, but he does have a good point sometimes, but he just doesn't have social graces, you know? I did think, like, whenever he does his little half-back hair, and he did kind of have a curl in it at Forbidden Door, he does just look like he should be in a court somewhere. Not like a kingdom's court. Like a king, like there's a king there, and he is playing some role in the court.
I wish you were like,
judicial
he should be arrested.
He should be a lawyer. Every time I see Jay White, I just think he should be a lawyer.
He looks like he should be in court.
I think he could pass the bar.
Wow, I've never looked at a wrestler and thought they could pass the bar for sure.
Not once.
No.
Not once. Oh my god.
Is Bandito a lawyer?
No, the Beast Mortos.
Beast Mortos.
Wow, so he did pass the bar.
So I guess, yeah.
But I've never looked at him and thought that.
I've never looked at him and thought it looks like he'd be a lawyer.
Well, I'm excited for some follow-up on all of this. So that's something to look forward to. And actually, look, we do have time for Chris Jericho murdered JD Drake on a little treat. Murdered JD Drake on Collision, and afterwards he called Tony Schiavone into the ring, and he basically did exactly what Ciampa had done a week earlier, where he like locked up JD Drake and then was like, "Say I'm the best, or I'll kill this man." And Tony Schiavone gladly did, according to the recap.
Which again,
Schiavone's like, "I'll say anybody's the better than anybody. I don't care."
But again, not to complain about this, but that's heel behavior. JD Drake didn't deserve that. And
absolutely, it's heel behavior.
Jericho's technically a face in this.
No.
But
Jericho's a forever heel. Jericho is a forever heel, and Ciampa is a forever heel, and that's what makes this beautiful. Is they're both just being like, "I'm actually a really nice guy," and it's like you deserve each other.
It's so funny too that they're like locked in combat. No one else in the promotion like has noticed. You know, they're like, "Who's the top guy, you or me?" It's like still they're in their own world where it's like neither are even close to being the top guy.
And Nigel McGuinness was actually terrified to be in the ring with them. Okay, they are very intimidating men. They're very scary. So that all happened, and he gave a little speech that I can't even really get into. It's just pretty normal stuff, pretty classic. So then on Dynamite, Renee's interviewing Ciampa about it, and Ciampa is like, Jericho's literally a bully. He's a little bitch bully. It's like, yeah, you're both bullies. What do you mean? And he was like, but I don't even care, because I'm actually going to get the power back now, and Renee, I'm going to make you say. And it's like, you guys are children. I cannot believe that the way you're communicating about this is just through employees. Like, you know. But he didn't get a chance to make Renee do anything, because he got hit by a trash can that was thrown by Chris Jericho, who brawled on into screen, and I immediately said out loud to Alice on the couch, I said, "Oh, my old man," which was crazy, which was insane. But they're brawling all over, they're hitting each other, and they're pushing each other through the backstage and out into the the loading dock, and they are finding everywhere they go. They're finding these wonderful props to use. They're finding a power drill. I thought, put that down. No, I don't think so. But
it really had the energy of like in Bridget Jones's Diary when Hugh Grant and Mark Darcy are fighting, and they're just kind of like in a fountain. It's like middle-aged men. And you're like, why are you doing this? And
that's right. That's so right. Except in this version, like Bridget Jones left like half an hour ago, and they just they're just having fun. And they do a whole fight, and, there's chairs, and Chris Jericho, security is trying to break them up for some reason, which is really funny. I don't think we even said, whatever, it doesn't matter. Security's trying to break them up. I don't know why they cared.
Like 10 men on each of these old men, and they like can't pull them apart. They're too powerful.
Chris Jericho jumps on them. He jumps on Ciampa and security and flattens them. And to myself, I said, correction, not my old man, my old men. My two old men. I can't wait to watch them fight July 8th at Beachfree. I had a blast, I fear. I did have a blast.
Yeah. A lot of Reaganing happening in this episode.
I really enjoyed that Jericho like woke up and was like, hold on, are we in a lover's feud? I'm into it.
I know, he said, I didn't realize that this was personal for you.
It's very personal.
Jericho's used to like wandering around backstage and people being like, God, he's an asshole. And he just didn't realize that Ciampa meant it in a sexy way.
I know. He's like, you really care. You really care about me, Chris Jericho, Christopher Jericho. I can't wait to watch their boy fight at Beach Break, and that's the week in wrestling.
Yeah, loved it.
Can you believe how long that first segment was? But it was because like everyone was in there, right?
Yeah. Which is like, that's what makes it so fun to watch, but makes it very hard to do what we do.
Yeah. I think we did. Oh, it's that I didn't even recap the end of that. It was where I said that Kenny was full of strength, vitality, and a pulsing will to live that caused him to actually fight back for a change. 2 alive, 2 awake, simply 2 at work. Men at work.
Men at work, the sexiest thing of all.
So true. Was there anything you wanted to talk about that you did not get a chance to talk about?
Thank God we're out of Forbidden Door season.
I know. Well, the door is open all week, actually, but
all week.
I feel like the collision stuff could be really fun. All right. Well, I think that's on that note. I've been Allie.
I've been Ann.
And I've been Leah.
This is Tunnel Talk. Our theme is by Chris Gorkin. You can find us on Twitter, Twitch, Blue Sky, Tumblr at Tunnel Talk Pod. Via email, tunneltalkpod@gmail.com. You can find us on our feed, the Social Suplex Network feed, where you can check out all the other great podcasts on the network, and you can find us on the Social Suplex Network Discord. Please rate, review, and subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts. Stay frosty if you can, and please come back next week.